Phil Clearwater would like to move the entire report, and that would be seconded by Tim again. Oh, sorry, no, Tim, I've already taken. So I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. And on to the report of the Finance Committee. There is a Part A recommendation on the lease extension to Epic. Ref Manji, would you like to move that? And seconded by Vicky Buck. Is there any discussion? Yanni?
Thank you. I just wanted to ask staff if we've had any written confirmation from the Minister over the ability to use this designated land, and if not, can we please add an amendment or an additional resolution that does that before we agree to this, so that we're not agreeing to something that gets us offside with the Minister.
We've added word for 5.22 in italics and brackets there, which covers the situation if the land is...
Including any necessary written approval from the relevant government minister who is the requiring authority in relation to any land that is subject to a designation. Good? Yep. So I think that's resolved. Is there any other comment? I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. Carry. See, you walked all of that way for nothing.
Just the effect.
We were glad you were there, just in case. The next item, we might get you back. The draft statement of intent for the World Buskers Festival Trust. Raf Manji, you happy to move that? Seconded by Paul Lonsdale. Is there any questions or discussion? I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. And then we have the final statements of intent for all of these organisations. I think that just about covers every single member of the council. I'm just wondering what the best way to do this is. Whether maybe we should, just note that the councillors themselves have, positions on the boards of these. But I almost think that it should be that the council. And then in brackets, excluding the directors of the individual ones, so.
There's not an issue, because otherwise you'll get into quorum problems from that perspective. All you're doing with this is just receiving the final versions that the boards have already just signed off on. The council commented back in April, May. And this is just a very much a pro forma for information.
Oh, I see. It's the fine. Yeah. So it's not yeah. Okay. No. That's fine. That's fine. So if it were the earlier stage in the process, then we would be feeding back and we would be dealing with them one by one. Yeah. Okay. So that's moved by Raf Manji, seconded by Andrew Turner. I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried.
Include 5.2, didn't it? 5.2. I just had a question. Is there any update on that? The cycleway going through the Riccarton Bush Trust?
I can comment on that. I understand that there've been considerable discussions with the trust, and there's a resolution there in terms of a compromise and a cycleway.
Oh, it's not compromising, it's just pushing it forward.
Well.
So it is progressing. It is progressing, is it?
No, I have had a report from staff informally that it's certainly progressing.
Good. Right, so earthquake claims update, recommendation that this report be received. Again, Raf Manji moves, seconded by Paul Lonsdale. I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. And again, councillor Manji, seconded by Dave East. Yeah?
Just as the report on the whole, I'm kind of going for a choppy fish award here just to prove to you that I read the minutes, but item 6 on page 100, fourth line down, needs a C before Christchurch. They are board members of Christchurch City Hall. It's a chocolate fish award one. It just needs a C in front of what's supposed to be Christchurch on the 4th paragraph of item 6.
6 on the bottom.
It's actually a new company.
Ref's suggesting it may be a new company, but it just needs a C in front of his church.
Yeah, but it also needs an S after holding on line 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Only half.
Typing
You
errors.
see my chocolate fish and raise me one. Touche.
Typing errors are fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
There's been questions I've raised prior to the council meeting, but I still haven't had a response. In terms of the lease in Hagley Park, in terms of the cricket, the community board has delegated authority over that. So the community board have previously, I think, written and raised this as to why they haven't been given the opportunity to make decisions as they normally would. Is it possible, I mean, the board's written, I've raised it, but is it possible to get an understanding of why the Hagley Oval lease did not go to the local community board?
Following your question last night, I've asked for someone to find out and provide a response, so we can do that.
And I think it should also include the reassignment as well. The reassignment of the lease.
In principle, I would like Hagley Park to be an issue that's not delegated to community boards. I think that's definitely a metropolitan facility, and I actually don't want that delegated to community boards.
That's fine, but the current delegations,
Right, okay, yep.
We can have that conversation, but really the concern was the existing process. The community board was being asked to make decisions around things like netball courts, fences, Christ College leases.
The fences came here.
Yeah, it did, but it went through the community board first, you'll recall.
Yeah, but it's not a delegation. It's not a delegation that they make the decisions.
Yeah. So,
Is
anyway,
it?
just Christ College was another one in terms of the lease
Really?
around, formalising the lease around the land. So,
The community board signs off on delegations, signs off with delegations on decisions to do with Hagley Park.
leases, yeah, that's my understanding.
Well,
Since
that
when?
needs to change in a big hurry.
They
Well,
make
that's
recommendations.
never been the case since I've been here.
We've had reports, and like the Christ College, it came to the board and then it came to council.
But we signed off on it.
They may be to make
But it went to the
recommendations,
community
but not the
Or the
decision.
recommendation, yeah.
Does anyone have that information yet, or, because aren't we going to deal with this today? No? All right.
The boards have a range of powers around reserves. Like at the point council is Hagley Park is a reserve, and then the general delegation of council is given on some activities on reserves, not all of them. They are given to community boards throughout the city. I think the other issue Councillor Buck is raising is that, or perhaps in respect of Hagley Park, the council should in fact make it clear that the board could recommend, but the council is the decision maker for every activity on the park. But at the moment, Councillor Hanson's correct in the sense that there are some decisions that can be made by a community board.
But there are what, three wards that border on Hagley Park.
Correct.
I know that it's technically in, but I mean that's the point. It borders on 3 wards.
But at the moment, that's the way the delegation's been sitting for many, many years.
Oh, yeah, Phil.
I suggest we just clarify this when we decide on our delegations at the next extraordinary meeting.
I agree. Yeah. Right. I shall put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Earthquake Recovery Committee.